assess your boys' performance tonight?
Not where I wanted to be. Definitely not where I wanted to be. I think we could have gave a better effort on shutting down some of those offensive rebounds that they got. I felt that our offense was stagnant at times, but I felt that our crowd deserved a better effort from us to find a way to get a win on banner drop night.
JaVale, though, impressive in his first NBL outing, I suppose, when you brought him in here. You were expecting that sort of performance. But it also opened out as well.
No, I mean, JaVale played well. I mean, like I said, he's 16, 17-year NBA professional. So he knows the pace of the game. He knows how to pace his body and understand how to play and where his spots are. So his effort was, just like everybody else, was solid, but could have been better.
I know you don't want to make excuses, but how difficult is it when two key players are ruled out, especially Joe late?
Very difficult, but like I said, everybody else have injury bugs around this time right now, so there's really no excuses used for us, and we knew that coming in. We kind of knew where our injury situation was prior to leaving Singapore. So other guys should have, had opportunity mentally, knew that they was going to be able to step in and be able to do something. So it wasn't like a last-second thing that we knew that we were going to have injuries the day before. So we were kind of prepared for it.
And is there a likelihood that Jonah or Dave will be fit anytime soon, or what's the program?
I'm hoping so. I mean, I'm not really sure about Davo right now because his injury is probably a little bit more serious, but we're hoping that we get JB back around the time for Perth.
Obviously, you got two tough games now, both trips, Perth and then New Zealand. How is it important, I guess? I know it's early in the season, but not to get too far behind
It was very important. Last year, we were big on building wins early. Because in this league, if you get behind the 8 ball and then it's playing catch up, is really tough. It's really tough. But our guys, tonight was tough for us. Just looking at some of the situations and stats. Us shooting 2 more field goals to another team, but it was a very physical game. I understand that, but it wasn't physical enough for us to only shoot 12 free throws and have 56 points in the paint. So I think that at the end of the day, I understand the refereeing and officials, there's no excuse there, but our guys were just aggressively as they were. And I felt that, this was so lopsided of foul calls that, they could have played a situation of the pace as well. But like I said, I tip my hat off to Tasmania coming here, undermanned, sick as well, and find a way to disrupt our banner night. So Scott Roth has his team totally ready to go, but we have to find a way to fight through adversity. But at the end of the day, numbers don't lie.
Scott just was in here and spoke about, obviously, JaVale with 32 points, but he said that it meant that the ball wasn't in the hands of Tyler so much, it wasn't in Jacory's hands so much. Do you need to find more of a balance in terms of that offensive structure?
For sure. These guys are learning how to play well with each other, and some of our guys came in late, and we had a quick blitz / Singapore, and still haven't had our full body of roster to get these guys to start gelling, and that's what we'll use these 33 games for. And we want to make sure we use all of them to find a way to get better and hopefully fight for the playoffs and be in the same situation as last year. But these guys are professional. We understand JaVale dominated inside the paint because we felt that that's where our strength was. And, it could change game by game. But these guys got to learn how to, find a way to all unite and do better.
On a more positive note, Tyler, I mean, you now have a huge sort of target deep with JaVale being there, but even when he wasn't involved, you guys had moments when you were finding each other really well. Can you just speak to sort of how the offense is coming together?
Yeah, I think it'll come together as the year progresses. I think it's sort of an experiment for us, right? JaVale presents a different threat at the center position, and we will figure it out. And when we do figure it out on a consistent basis, that's when we become real dangerous. So Taz is a tough team to face when you're trying to figure out things early on in the season. They're pretty well structured, very physical, so it'll come together for us. I've been in this league a long time. You can't really get too high or too low in these situations, and when it does click, though, it'll be fun.
Trying to forget the loss for just a second and just talk about the celebration at the start of the game. What was it like seeing the banner put up there?
It was good, especially for me personally, just knowing how much time and effort and changes go into trying to win a championships, and it's very difficult. So you do take that 2 minutes to enjoy it, and you hopefully want to get a win out of that. But that's just the nature of the game sometimes, and you just got to move on from that. And now that's in the past, and we can focus on this year.
What are some of the positives that you can take from this game,
Man, just seeing how we're getting JaVale, more conditioned and in shape. I think that I'm being able to see my defensive unit with DG and Swap, being able to swap in and out, for each other while we got guys down. And TB played well. Todd Blanchfield, he played well. So, I mean, I can't run my guy down with those many minutes for 33 games, but at the end of the day, we know how professional he is and what he's capable of doing. So there's some positives that was taken out of it. Like I said, we scored 4 more field goals. We 11 assists, 19 assists, 11 turnovers. So it's things that we were positive, and we only shot 12 free throws, and we still had a chance to win. So, like, at the end of the day, we just got to get back to the drawing board and fix some of these pieces.
And I know you've seen J-Rock a lot. Obviously, you were in Leisure. I guess it's going to take him a bit of time to get part of the team and really gel.
Yeah, I mean, just like him and everybody else, but, we pushing that time a little fast. We got to put fast forward on there, especially when we got guys out. I'm glad, he got a chance to experience the environment of Illawarra in our gym, and now he knows as a professional like most of these guys, they're tough on themselves when they don't play well. So I'm expecting him to have a really good practice and have a different showing in Perth.
Tyler, you think with JaVale starting the way he did, there was a bit of reliance on him being inside, and that became the first option rather than looking outside yourself or Corey?
I think you just got to read what the game presents. I think if he's dominating inside, you got to keep going in. It's not about me getting shots. It's not about anybody getting shots. We want to get the highest probability shot, and that's a pretty high probability shot in my opinion. So I think teams are going to have to double him at some stage of this year, and then you start opening up other opportunities. But I don't care about getting my shots, getting his shots. I just want to win the game, and when you have a guy going like that, you just got to give him the ball.
And Joe?
Yeah. Perth got a win earlier on as well, I suppose. Looking forward to next week now. How do you sort of prep for them? Where can you sort of attack their weaknesses? Where can you win that game?
We'll take a look at their weaknesses, or how we can attack them this coming up week. But I mean, they just grinded out one in New Zealand, and so they showed some tough in adversity. And we got to find a way to do the same thing when we go up there. I mean, they're playing solid right now. I mean, they got new pieces as well. So everybody's just trying to find a way to get their guys to gel up under the coach's system. So the first 5 to 8 games will probably be ugly for everybody, except Melbourne's playing well right now. But take about 5 to 8 games for guys to start playing well and getting to know each other. So, I mean, we go up to Perth. I just hate the flight. That's the only thing I'm gonna dread, the flight. But we're going up there and give everything we got. Hopefully, have a different showing.
You got a few flights coming up over the
Yeah. They did us right on this schedule. Tip my hat off to NBL on this one.
And Tyler, for yourself, obviously with a few regulars out, David being out for an extended period of time, Sam himself as well with his rehab, JB being out. How did you approach taking that leadership role to the next level tonight?
I try to approach every game the same, to be honest with you. I think, like Coach said, when guys are out, it's an opportunity for other guys to step up and show what they're capable of. And every team is going through something right now, whether it's injury, sickness. So that's how guys earn their spots in this league as well. I mean, you look at Davo 2 or 3 years ago, we had the same situation. Guys hurt, and he steps up, and now that's a big piece on our team. So I try to approach every game the same, man. But I do know that those are big pieces that you have to find ways to win without those, and that's what we're working towards, and hopefully going into Perth.
And for the both of you, obviously, your depth was praised a lot last year for the team. Your depth this year seems to be a lot better and a lot more across all of the positions. What do you both think about the depth this year moving forward with all of those pieces coming back?
I mean, clearly we miss Lucky, we miss Lee, we miss Darius, guys coming off the bench. Great pieces for us, but I mean, at the end of the day, the experience that DG is going to be able to do, TB's coming off, like we still have some of those guys that are solid coming off the bench. So I mean, they are leaders in their own way, and winning the championship gets those guys mental to kind of help anybody else who's going to get in those minutes. But I love my bench. I trust my bench more than anything in the world. So I mean, I have faith in them. Once we get everybody healthy, this team will be fun to watch.